Hello, welcome in. This is Cleora. We're going to be looking into some goddess energies today and seeing what wants to come out. Yeah, someone said to me, your clock's crazy. It's like, yeah, because I always forget to turn it on. Like, I think the other day I remembered to turn it on like 7 minutes in. So I feel like there's a reason for everything though. When they tell me to move my head, I literally always see some sequence of numbers, right? So yeah, my clock's crazy. It's currently on 20 seconds. And I'm going to call in spirit now. Archangel Michael, thank you for blessing this reading and guiding this reading and protecting this reading. Okay, I'm feeling a fairy presence in this reading. Okay, so someone's getting magical. Okay, someone's really conjuring the power of the universe here. And I'm getting this light-hearted energy. Light-hearted energy, the ability to really refocus your mind regardless of what you're going through. Okay, this is the power of the magician. To keep their head above the water, to keep their mind clear regardless of their physical outer environment. Okay, so let's have a look. What's the message today? Okay, Page of Wands. So there's that explorative, refreshed, enthusiastic, gorgeous energy. I love the Page of Wands because it's so childlike. I can hear little bells tingling in my head, okay? You know those little gypsy bells? That's what I'm hearing. Like there's this sparkly, tinkly energy with this Page of Wands. Okay, let's get the foundational cards out, and then I'm going to pull a goddess card. That was the Knight of Swords that's kind of like clumsily wanted to fall out of my deck, so that could be an outside energy, someone who is quite determined to talk to you or determined to have some sort of an energetic effect on you for some reason. But we've got the King of Cups coming out here. So there's that energy of you really being able to keep your mind clear regardless of what's going on around you, with the water splashing at his feet, and you know, his cup's held steady, right? And he has the choice of what's in his cup. Therefore, he has the choice of what is in his mind, right? Emotions taint our perspective. So I feel like you've cleared up some emotion somehow, okay? I'm getting like an upgrade, like you've uplifted your own emotions by having a more mature viewpoint, and at the same time you've captured this lovely essence of the inner child ready for a new adventure. Yeah, star energy, more of that tinkly energy with all these stars on the card. But I feel like, you know, there's this energy of being centered here, you know, perfectly positioned in your chakra systems and in your direction. So this would be someone following their north node and accepting all of the magic that they hold, okay? I'm getting that something about your emotions has been put into place, put into its correct place, like you're seeing something clearly and maturely, okay? This is like you've had some elevation in your thinking, and now I feel like now that you've got this ability to understand emotions better and not let emotions use you or take over you, now that you've got them contained in the cup where they belong, the magic has got chance to come through now. This is what's allowing space for all this tinkly magic and all this beautiful energy. And I feel like you've got a gift to share with the world, okay, from your own personal pool of your essence, your higher self, your unique higher self, your unique and immortal higher self. I feel like you're going to be doing something with the energy only you possess. And I feel like, you know, you're going to be pouring it onto the earth. People are going to be benefiting by you anchoring in this magic. And it's gorgeous. They just keep telling me that, you know, you've moved something emotional out of the way. You've put it in its proper place. It's not controlling you anymore. Diligence. I'm getting diligence. Maybe you were really determined to not let a negative situation affect you, or maybe you were just really determined to anchor in your magic with the Star card. But I can see something coming in where you're going to be sharing your gifts. And this is really nurturing for the world. This is going to be something that really has a ripple effect, a knock-on effect, where it's very nurturing. It's something people need. It's something people are parched for. I'm getting that people are parched. So something you're doing is in line with the divine will, the divine plan, and you're activating your own divine blueprint in a really much more physicalized way. So this isn't just a dream anymore. There's something about you pulling your essence so much more powerfully into the physical that the magic is really happening in the physical. Because it takes a lot of steps to get to this point, you know. It sounds easy, just follow your dreams, but you've got to take it baby steps, day by day. You've got to do the work. You've got to align your emotions. You've got to, you know, clear this, clear that, realize this, realize that. And it takes a lot of steps to get someone into the true positioning of the star. But I'm getting that this is what you've done. This is what, you know, look at this, Two of Wands, activating your plans. Normally on the Two of Wands, we see a figure with the whole world in his hands, and now they've used a mobile phone to represent the whole world, right? So you could be releasing something on the internet, getting your energy far and wide, your magical energy, uplifting people. There's something about people being starved or thirsty or parched, and I feel like a lot of people are really starved of that magical source energy, you know? But I'm getting that they're going to see God in you. They're going to, maybe you're going to open people's minds and make them realize that God is magic. God is the life force energy. God puts life in everything, you know, and maybe help unbreak them. Unbreak them. You know what I mean? Like help break them out of their 3D mindsets here. Because this is like true magic that they're thirsty for, that they need, that their soul has requested on subliminal levels, right? It's almost like you're answering an SOS call, that may be a silent SOS call. It may be something you're providing that no one would say out loud that they need. But they do. They need you to feed them this water, this elixir, this potion. So your plans are actually underway. And like I was saying, it's, you know, it takes a lot to get us into the position where we can actually put our plans into physicality in some viable way. And I'm getting that this is the foundation you've laid. Like, you've done the emotional work here with this King of Cups. You are still refreshed and ready to go, right? One wand here leading to two wands. So you're getting more and more stable. And I'm getting that the way you return to enthusiasm is absolutely priceless. Like the fact that you can refresh yourself and be ready for the next adventure. I'm getting that this is so priceless. You haven't let the emotional lessons pull you down, but rather you've used them in the most beautiful way to give you stability. I'm hearing target practice. I don't know what that means, but it's almost like you've utilized every emotional lesson that came your way, and you've got the mindset where you've turned this into spiritual elixir. You've managed to find the value and the right perspective is what I'm getting here. What's coming next? Okay. Queen of Swords energy. High Priestess energy. So I'm getting that some people could mistake you for a 3D character. They could mistake you for some kind of Queen of Swords energy, right? Maybe you fly free, because we've got a bird and a butterfly on this card. In fact, we've got a bird in the sky. I think that's an eagle. I'm not sure, on the chair. And we've got a butterfly. So there's something about you flying three. The number 3 could be relevant to you. Something about you flying free that people have maybe misinterpreted, or maybe they're trying to narratize you or characterize you. What they don't know is the reason why God keeps you in your own lane is because you're a high priestess. It's because you've got phenomenal gifts, something that's different to sow all over the world, to feed people something they won't even admit to themselves that they need, because they're in such a vulnerable position psychologically, or, you know, the weakest people try to look the strongest, right? So it's almost like you're feeding people something they won't admit they need, or, you know, again, I'm getting that energy of them being trapped in the 3D. Trapped in a mindset that they've allowed through their own free will to be tuned to a flat level of thinking. Good, bad, right, wrong. You know what I mean? They're not allowing themselves to break free of this, but something about what you're doing is going to inspire them to break free. And I'm getting that phrase, you know, the people you inspire the most are the ones who often stay quiet, or whatever the case that phrase may be. But people have misinterpreted you here as a 3D character who just, maybe they do see you as mean with the Queen of Swords. I know how much people misinterpret me. you know, on the ground level in real life. I know how God will chaperone you to where you really need to be. And I know that this doesn't suit most people's plans. They want to utilize you and have you fitting into their world like some little soap opera character, basic levels. And I'm getting that you couldn't live at this basic level. Your energy won't allow it. They're saying to me, a lion cannot be a farm animal. A lioness cannot be a farm animal. You need to be wild and free. You need to be taking your directive directly from God. So often people have misinterpreted you, and I just saw 10:23 on my clock. So you're moving forward with the power of infinity, taking the right steps, right? Bringing something magical and divine into fruition, feeding their souls, right? This is you nourishing people's souls in a way that they might not ever even acknowledge that you've done, but this is your sacred work, and God watches you every step of the way. This is the energy of someone who's very aware of who God truly is. And therefore, you know, you've got your house in order. You put God's perspective first. So you don't care what people on the ground level think of you. And maybe you do a little bit, but I'm getting with this Queen of Swords, it's like you can't have two masters. You can't perform for the mainstream 3D people and also be sat where God wants you to sit. So you've been following this beautiful star energy, 11:22 on my clock. You've been following this star energy. You've been doing it right. You've been following your North Node. And this may seem a little bit incompatible with the people in your life and what they've expected from you, how they expect you to live. And it's like, listen, I'm on a divine mission. Like, you can't tell me I'm not doing what God wants me to do. They don't know. They're not you, but you know. You've got these beautiful plans. These are powerful, solid plans. And you've got the emotional nature where, you know, you can take this on, right? Just as I say that, the Five of Wands. So you know the kind of energy you've got. You know that when someone truly is on God's side, it rubs up people the wrong way. Five of Wands. These are all the people on the ground. Maybe people you're trying to avoid. People that you know just want to tear you down or misinterpret you. It's like they get a kick out of holding you in their mind in an erroneous state of being. It's like they enjoy putting a star in a box. You know, they think that their opinion of you matters, or they can only see you at their level of consciousness. So Five of Wands is a card of competition, but it's also a card of, I'm hearing no competition. I'm getting that one High Priestess can take on endless ants on the ground, right? Lion, ant. One lioness, one lion. You don't need to worry about all the bugs on the ground, right? And that's the kind of energy I'm getting here. I feel like it's futile. They're telling me it is futile for you to try and convince anyone who has been brainwashed and they're locked in their own brain, and they want you to accept how they view you, but how they view you is wrong. How they view themselves is wrong because they only use one side of their brain. They only use the linear left brain. And then they get competitive with someone who anchors in true magic by balancing themselves out in a really harmonic, godly, divine and beautiful way. So this is funny. They're gonna misinterpret you because they misinterpret themselves, right? They're locked in the asylum of the mind. And yeah, you've risen up out of something here and you've got the magic. Okay, I'm hearing less than 1% of humans actually get to this level of spiritual devotion. Okay, hermit energy. Yeah, most of them can't even be alone for a week, right? It was so funny. A lot of us pagans, you know, we spend a lot of time in hermit mode. Gypsies, we're not accepted by society, okay? All these so-called people who are all loving and accepting, they don't accept you when you're truly free, right? So with the hermit energy, like, you've done the work here. You've gone inwards. You've done deep work. Again, there's a laptop on here. So I feel like online stuff is particularly important for you. Maybe you're about to launch something online. Let's see. Four of Swords. time out, right? I'm getting this big energy of a time out either coming up for you in preparation of something, you're going to launch. Yeah, it can be a lot, can't it? When they've got like all these people keep coming at you, you know, it's like, when is this going to end kind of energy? How many of these are on the earth? Well, you know, a huge amount of humans on the earth right now are locked in their brain-trained theaters of the mind, right? And they're gonna be reacting to your energy, the star energy, right? So this is an energy of, you know, take yourself out when you need to, okay? Because often the ones that act most spiritual, often the ones that have got their surface image so well, you know, so well concocted, they're the ones you've got to watch out for here, okay? What I'm getting from this is that the ones who seem crazy and the ones who are outspoken and the ones who may seem aggressive because they're honest, they're the ones you can trust. The ones who make sure they're all glossy, the ones who care most about their surface image, the ones who haven't got a clue about true spirituality, they're the ones you've got to watch out for. The ones who act like they are purity, sweetness, and light. Never trust a person that will not show you their shadow. Don't trust them. That's a message for someone out there. Only trust those people who are willing to show you their dark side, or willing to show you what the real human being is truly made of. Because there are too many actors around here. Far too many actors. So they're saying be ruthless if you need to. Queen of Swords energy, because you've got a High Priestess level way of pulling energy through, and this is rare. The Star, the High Priestess, this is a rare energy that you're pulling through, so you need to give yourself that time you need. Be in hermit mode if you need to. And that's what I was going to say, you know, all those people that are codependent in society, they couldn't cope for 1 week when Corona hit, when the lockdowns hit. They couldn't cope without other humans reminding them who they are. Their consciousnesses were collapsing. There was no temple of the soul. There was no High Priestess solidity. They had no relationship with God, and therefore what did they do? They panicked, right? I don't know why this is coming up with the Five of Wands, but this is what's coming up. You have a mind that is a beautiful temple that you can keep propped up all on your own. You don't need other humans telling you who you are, because you've got a true connection to God, to the divine. You're doing it right. It's like there's an aerial coming up from your crown chakra straight to the divine, okay? These ones haven't got that. They don't have that. They're blocked off from that. They live in a box of the mind, and there's something about people wanting you to see yourself through their eyes, which would be erroneous, okay? They don't see you clearly. They don't know you. They're not on a divine level like you. Only other divine beings can see the divinity in other people, because we can only see people at our level of consciousness. So when people see the divine in you and are truly moved by that, they're saying trust that. If people want to act all clerical and all mainstream and they want to, you know, lure you into some societal crap, they're saying don't trust that. You're a real High Priestess. You need to keep your energy protected and understand that, you know, the ones that hide their shadow, they're the ones you've got to watch, okay? Don't trust them. Don't trust them at all, right? There we go, top of the pyramid. You're a badass being full of life, love, and possibilities. Through this deck, may you find a path to your best self. And that's what you're currently doing. You're finding a pathway to your best self. Yeah, tingle me up, spirit. Rare breed, okay? You're a rare one, okay? And separation is something that I feel like is normal for you. Something you've been doing a long time. And this was by design, because God wanted you purified, sat where you deserve to be sat, pulling in energies that they're thirsty for, that they're hungry for. And I'm getting that, you know, you're not supposed to be understood by the masses who don't even understand themselves, right? You've got too much of a divine connection, and I feel like, you know, you've been moved from place to place, or God has wanted you to be removed from certain storylines to maintain this dignity, this purity, this light. Could be knowledge, could be something you're spreading, but they want you to know how unique you are, okay? And, you know, with this badass being card coming out, this is a card of somebody that You knew before you got in your vessel. You knew before you came to earth that you were going to be different, okay? You knew that. Because you've got to be different if you're going to help people on the earth level. You can't fall into the asylum with them. So you have to be separated in certain ways. That's what no one wants to say about the High Priestess. The High Priestess can't be on Instagram all day telling everyone she's a High Priestess. It doesn't work like that. It's wishful thinking. You don't have wishful thinking, okay? You've spent a lot of time in solitude, isolation. And I feel like maybe when you try and socialize with mainstream spiritual beings, it doesn't work. There's a lot of ego here. Or let me rephrase that, because ego is an erroneous word. There's a lot of people who have not gotten to know their lower animal nature, and they let their lower animal nature control them. And then they, you know, make sure they've got a squeaky clean surface image. They make sure they never show their shadow. They're so scared of anyone seeing anything in them that could be perceived as shadow that you can't even trust them. All right, so this is a memo for somebody. Your plans are underway, and this is big energy, okay? This is a big energy that no one else could do or hold or handle. It's just you. You're going to know who you are when I say those words. You might feel a tingle. But this is someone who's got plans. This isn't someone who, you know, who hasn't got anything of substance. You will know if I'm talking to you, because this has been your life's work. Everything has led you up to this moment, and you've got actual energies that you know are different. You've got actual energies that you know could have a big effect on the world. And your pathway's waiting for you. Ace of Pentacles. I'm getting there could just be some energies to avoid or dodge. But I like this. This is the most powerful reading I've done in a long time. I think this is reassurance for somebody, you know, that, you know, you're not an outcast, you know, something about feeling hated. Yeah, they hate people that remind them that they're animals when you're a divinity, okay? They hate people that make them feel like insecure little kids, right? And highlight the truth back at them. So they're saying, this is just your positioning. You've got to take the love with the hate, but you've got to know that you are divinely connected to God above all things. And the ones who are truly connected to God above all things, all physical things, they stand out like a sore thumb, because there's not many people walking the walk. They talk a lot, but can they walk the walk? Well, you are walking the walk. You've got these plans in place. You've prepared for this. Vajrayogini, the essence of all Buddhas. I have the power to make each moment sacred. Everything is material for my liberation. And that's what we got earlier in the reading. God wants you to be liberated from these people, so he's going to find little reasons. The universe is going to knock certain things out and move certain things around and make sure you've got a clear path to accessing and sharing your higher self, okay? So this is all about the prevention of the lowering of your frequency, the prevention of you going off down corridors with certain beings and being dragged down to their level of storyline. You are needed up here. You are needed at the top of the pyramid. So you're not supposed to fit in with the mainstream. In fact, what Spirit is saying to me here is it would be a sign of, it wouldn't be a good sign if you did fit in with the mainstream. Okay? That's what they're telling me here. You're supposed to be completely unique and different and hold this frequency. I have the power to make each moment sacred. Everything is material for my liberation. So right now you could be going through a situation where you just keep cutting people off, or things just seem to naturally end up that way. That's because you're made for something bigger and better. Let's get a couple of these. Yeah, God's been going out of his way to liberate you from petty situations with small-minded people, right? South Node. Okay, so they could be trying to drag you back to your South Node, or this could be a message of you having performed really well to get yourself out of the comfortable South Node energy, right? Positive polarity. See, these people will always be stuck in their South Node. These are the people that don't like pagans. These are the people that don't like gypsies. These are the people that don't like voodoo. They're always going to be stuck in their South Node. They will not ascend. They won't, okay? They will have to be recycled. Their souls will have to be repurposed. Most of the people that mess with you, they're as irrelevant as a cardboard cutout is what I'm getting here. You're of the positive polarity, okay? And they want me to put this up here because your energy has to be kept purified and golden and beautiful. They're saying don't try and fit in with none of these mainstream so-called spiritual beings. They're selfish, they've got agendas, okay? It's not easy to get yourself into the position where you can operate from pure positive energy and have your higher self fully integrated. Most people get pulled off the road by some fear or another, okay? That's why many are called and few are chosen, right? Fairy sprinkles, there's that energy. They want you flying above everything with your fairy wings on, with your own magical, unique elixir, okay? Because there are energies that want to pull you into comfortability, pull you into your south node, but you are God's, okay? And he's taking you and keeping you in that mindset you need to be channeling literally from the top of the pyramid, that golden cap. That's what you represent on earth, a consciousness that can hold that much of a frequency of knowledge and power, okay? So I hope this reading's helped somebody, and sending you loads of love. Mwah.